back to week 12. Sorry, this is week 12. Yeah, week 12, correct. Okay. Let me tell you that your final examination is scheduled on the 14th of January on Wednesday, between 2 p.m. until 4:10 p.m. It's 2 hours and 10 minutes paper. Your exam is going to be held at Sunway College, Jeffrey Chia Hall. Yes, Sir Tan Sri Jeffrey Chia Hall at level 4. So remember that the exam is not only be taken by organizational communication students. There'll be several other examinations scheduled at 2 to 4:10 at the same venue. So there could be a couple of hundreds of students there from different faculties, different programs, sitting exam at the same venue. So due to the large number of students sitting exam on the same day at same time, 2 to 4:10, the examination hall door will be open at least 15 to 20 minutes before the exam resume. Okay, so be at the examination hall by 1:35, 1:40, so that once announcement is being made that you can come in, leave your bags at the back of the hall, get on to your table with your designated seat number. Your ID number, your name, and your seat number will be all prepared and actually pasted on the glass door outside outside Jeffrey Chia Hall. So look at your seat number and go to your table and find for the seat number. Actually stick on the table. You just sit. And then for our organizational communication exam, it's paper pen examination. So you'll be given question paper, you'll be given answer booklet. So once you're seated at your table, the question paper and also the answer booklet will be all ready for you. Once you're seated, you start filling in details, your particulars on the answer booklet. Your student ID number, your index number, your student ID number, and then your passport number. All of your local students is going to be your IC number, the date of the examination, your subject code, your subject name. At the bottom of the answer booklet, you have to fill in your attendance, your full name, your ID number, and then your seat number. Make sure you write the correct details. Tear it off, put it aside. So at sharp 2 o'clock, they'll make announcement that you can start reading the question paper. You're given 10 minutes, 2 until 2:10. You're given 10 minutes to read. So you can read the question paper, the instruction, even the questions, but no scribbling, no writing, nothing. You just register in your brain. You start thinking about what could be the possible answers, how to interpret the questions, and so on. And then sharp 2:10, they'll make another announcement saying that you can start answering the question. So you start to write your answers on the given answer booklet. Make sure you write your question number and then followed by your answers. Okay. Start the new question on a new page. Okay. So at 4:10, they'll make announcement, stop writing. They'll collect your both question paper and your answer scripts. So please ensure no latecomers. Be there on time. Be there on time. You understand? Any questions now about your examination environment and what are the do's and don'ts? Are we clear? Especially for semester 1 students, for semester 2 students who have not set for any final examination in last semester, this would be also important for all of you. If you have questions, you can ask me now. Otherwise, I'm going to move on to go through the final examination assessment brief and the marking rubrics. Okay, good. Can I continue? Do not type anything on chat box because I find it rather difficult to see and read from the screen. So you can always unmute the mic and just talk to me. It's not an abrupt. You can just do that. Okay, so let me share the screen now. Okay. Now, can you see a Word document on final examination brief and its marking rubrics? Can you see it now?
Yes,
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Who's this person? MM? I can't recall your name.
it's COVID.
Ah, cool. Okay, how are you doing?
It's all good.
Okay, it's all good. Good to hear from you. All right, now, this document has been uploaded on eLearn long ago, but why I'm going through this again just as a reminder. Number two, there are some details have been actually changed because initially I planned to have your final examination on the 30th of December. Remember, I was telling during our second week of lecture in LT7. Yeah. So, but then, due to some circumstances, I'm not able to actually hold final examination on week 14, which is end of the month. So it has been actually rescheduled to the actual examination week conducted in campus wide. So your exam now is scheduled on the 14th of January on Wednesday between 2 p.m. and 4:10 p.m. So do not take this. Okay, that's why I'm going through this. You have got your exam timetable already. So this is actually prepared by me earlier, but things have been changed, which I think I made announcement few times in the class. Now, you have done your continuous assessment. We have got your results of your movie proposal presentation worth 10 marks. You have got, some of you have got 8.9, 8, and then 7. Yeah. So that is one thing. Your group project report you have submitted. All of you have submitted. I've checked on eLearn. You've submitted it. Thank you very much. But I'm yet to mark any because I was down with this viral conjunctivity, which was really, really causing so much of burning sensation to my eyes and tearing. I wasn't able to look at the screen and start marking. So I hope I should be able to get started marking them maybe early of next week. And I hope I should be done with the marking, hopefully by January 1st week. So you should be able to know your carry marks out of 40 by first week of January, or at least before you go in for your 14 January outcome final examination. So that's worth 40%. Your final exam is worth 60%, 60%, and there'll be 3 essay questions. So your final examination format is essay question. Yeah, there'll be 3 essay questions. You must answer only 2. You must answer only 2 essay questions. Some of you may want to even answer all 3 because you know answers perfectly for all 3 questions. No, don't ever do that. If at all you perform that, I'll read only the first 2 questions, the first 2 answers, because the instruction will clearly state the answer 2 out of 3 questions. And you're given 2 hours to answer because the first 10 minutes is for you to read. And the second 2 hours will be used for your answers to be written on paper. It's not computer. You don't have to carry laptop with you. It's going to be paper pen. So answer only 2 questions out of 3 essay question. Each question is worth 30 marks. Each question is worth 30 marks. Students asked me from the earlier tutorial that, no, is there any word count? I said, there's no word count. It's essay, write in paragraphs. Then they asked me, should I use the PEA style of writing, the point, evidence, and also argument? I said, no, don't do that, because the PEA I use to guide you to write your report. A report is given ample of time. You have like 8 to 10 weeks to do. This is actually 2 hours, 10 minutes exam. You know, psychologically, mentally, you are so not as normal as on a non-exam day. So with that kind of situation, I can't be like wanting you to write based on this style of writing. No, you write the essays in paragraphs. Done. Okay. And ignore this section, because initially I thought of having your exam online on the 30th of December. Hence, I was putting this as instruction. You must use font size 12, Arial, blah, blah, blah. Now that you're doing, now you're doing the in-person examination in JC Hall on the 14th of January, you're just going to write, but make sure your writing is readable, okay, readable. Just so you can ignore this, you can actually ignore this. I hope it's very clear. This is your marking rubrics. It's 30 marks worth for each question. Now, if you're looking at the failing category, 0 to 5, I've given 0 also as a scale because in the previous examination for OPCOM, one or two students actually submitted, set throughout 2 hours and 10 minutes, provided all their details on the answer booklet. When I opened the pages, not even a single word answer was written. Completely empty answer script from the first page until the last page. I thought they would have written it in the last few pages. Nothing. So nothing was written, has to be given 0. Some students have written 2 sentences. Nothing is relevant there. At least something has been written. 1 mark will be given. So the scale starts with 0 to 5, absolute fail, meaning here complete deficient response, no answers, all wrong answers. And then marginal fail, 6 to 11. They have written something, but most answers are wrong. Most answers are wrong and irrelevant. And then passing starts from 12. You see 12 divide by 30 marks for each question. You multiply by 100, you get 40. Lancaster passing is 40. So my passing here starts from 12 onwards. 12 to 17, answers are correct, but kind of incomplete. Some here and there not found answers. Sometimes can be kind of irrelevant. So there's basic answer given, but incomplete. 1823, which is good. Answers are all there. Answers are complete, but quite limited, meaning here, the examples given may be not strong enough. Perhaps, explanation could have been given more comprehensively. Outstanding 24 to 30. 24 is the low end outstanding. 28, 29 is the high end. 30 is unlikely to happen because when it comes to my marking, 30 has not been given. 29 also not been given. Why? Because this. Outstanding is normally a very, very comprehensive answers, which taken from my lecture notes, from the recommended textbook, reading materials, and not only that, gone beyond than that. They have also taken some explanation from other relevant materials, which they obtain it from, let's say, reliable websites and also some other textbooks, but answers are relevant. So this will be given very high end outstanding score like 28 maybe, 29 maybe. 30 is perfect, meaning here the flow is perfect. Knowing exam, sometimes you go to certain situation where you tend to remember the answers much later, then you put an arrow here. Some have given me smiley face. Mr. Kumar referred to next page, an arrow. The arrow continues on the other page, telling this is my conclusion. All this will influence the marking. Okay, so this is your marking rubrics. Now, any questions about your exam now? That the 3 essay questions, 2 out of 3 must be answered. These are marking rubrics. Each is for 30 marks. If you have any questions with regards to this, before even I dive into the next level, which is going to be going through revision with you, and then telling you what is important, what is not important, what is less important. If you have any questions now with regards to your exam format and the marking rubrics? Respond something, people. Do you have anything to ask me?
No, all good.
All good. Okay, thank you very much again. Okay, I shall stop sharing this. Now let's look at what are the important topics. We have done with the syllabus with altogether 9 chapters, right? 9 chapters. Only 4 chapters to be focused upon. You only focus on 4 chapters. What are the 4 chapters? Chapters on leadership, followed by groups in organization. Yeah, groups in organization. And then conflicts in organization. And the 4th one is organizational culture and climate. I repeat, organizational, culture, and climate. I repeat, these are the 4 important chapters or topics for your final examination. Number 1 is leadership. Number 2 is groups and organization. Number 3 is conflicts in organization. Number 4 is organizational, culture, and climate. These are the 4 important chapters or topics from our syllabus. Okay. Now let's go a bit more detail. I shall be sharing the screen. Yeah. Now, people, can you see on the screen topic on organizational conflict? Can you see it? Okay, thank you very much.
Yes.
Now, I'm not going to go through like lecture another round because we're doing revision. I'm sure you have not started your revision yet because you're still, wrapping up the semester by completing some of the pending assessments for submission. But some of you would have started it maybe, but not knowing what are the important chapters. So hence why I'm saying you have not started it yet. But if I'm going to give another lecture, I don't think so. There's a style of meeting revision. Revision wise, I'm going to be telling you what is going to be the common areas where you have to pay attention from this unit. What are the ones that you have to emphasize more? How do you think the questions will need to be tackled? Now, talking about that, remember, it's essay questions. So you must write in paragraphs. If the question requires you to explain all the factors, explain the factors of organizational conflict. If there are 13 factors, write all the 13 factors, explain, provide examples. You can't be writing all the 13 factors in one long paragraph in 2 to 3 pages. No, right? Write them in paragraphs, divide them into different paragraphs so that there's a clear flow of your thoughts, which I can easily comprehend it when I start marking them. Now, under this topic, organizational climate, conflict, for all 4 topics, you must know by heart the basic definition. So you must know what it means by conflict. You must know the first point. Conflict is just a process of how some individuals go through certain frustrations, either within themselves or with small group members, or with some individuals, or the organization wide. They might go through some experience where they find it's rather difficult for them to achieve their goals or their concerns. This is generally a basic definition of conflict. And then if you are asked to explain, of course, you have to explain this conflict can cause difference in their emotions, their behavior, their outcomes, and also their perceptions about certain things at work, right? So all these is what you need to further define what is conflict. Now, if the question is kind of discursive meaning here, you are asked to actually provide definitions and explain them. And after you explain, let's say, all the causes of conflict, there's a sub-question in the same essay question. There's no A-B kind of a question. It's all in one, 2, 3 sentences in one paragraph. That's the question. Assuming this is the question, conflict occurs in every organization, full stop. It's a statement. Explain the factors contribute to conflicts in organization, full stop. In your understanding, what is the most influencing factors in business-oriented organizations? So after you explain all the factors that cause conflict, the discursive question here is you have to pick 3 most influencing factors that cause a major damage into conflict at business-oriented organization. This discursive where you need to really comprehend the whole factors and you pick any 3. Your answers can be right based on explanation. Your answers may end up wrong if there's some irrelevant explanation given which is not supporting enough. That is discursive. So careful with the question tag. When the question uses the word, what are the factors? stayed in. What are the factors? Explain, and discuss. You have to provide more examples. If the question requires you provide a relevant example as compared to provide relevant examples, you should know where to give one example, where to give more than one examples. Okay, so these are how you're supposed to answer based on the questioning techniques. So you must know the basic definition of conflict. Okay. Conflict context, I think, is not so important, but it would be good since I'm giving you 4 chapters out of that many chapters in syllabus. You must master in all the 4 chapters, but emphasizing on which one is to be done as second preparation. First, you must know everything about these 4 chapters, and then you put some emphasis based on what I'm going to be sharing with you now. So when it comes to conflict context, which can occur in interpersonally, interpersonal, small group, intergroup, organization-wide, or also broader environment outside organization, there are altogether 6 contexts here, right? But again, this is not going to be so important for this topic. But in case you think strongly that some of your explanation may include this context, then you may need to know what it means by intra, inter, small group, intergroup, organization-wide, and broader environment. You need to know. Okay, but this is not going to be directly to be related to question on this topic. Now, more importantly, what's going to be a focus is definitely will be on the causes of conflict. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 causes of conflict. If the question is actually requires you to explain all the factors, then you have to explain all the 12. If the question has stated there, explain 3 conflicts, then you pick any 3 out of the 12. If I don't put anything there, I said explain the factors. You must explain all. You must explain all. Okay, careful with that. Now, when you explain the causes of conflict, make sure the keywords are taken from my lecture notes, meaning here change, scarce, resources, technology, dissent, difficult people, irrationality, incivility, diverse backgrounds and cultures, deception, emotional labor, burnout. All these keywords must be coming from my lecture notes. The ones in bracket, these are the simple tips for you to explain. When you provide further comprehensive explanation with examples, that comes from your knowledge based on textbook or based on some other reading materials, based on your extraordinary efforts going and getting it from some websites, relevant ones, and there you get the outstanding score. So this is very, very important for your examination. Followed by how conflicts are supposed to be managed. What are the 5 conflict management styles? We have avoidance, competition, compromise, accommodation, collaboration. You must know all the 5. So from this chapter, the main focus is going to be on the definition of conflict, followed by causes of conflict, and of course, how to manage conflict, knowing the 5 conflict management styles. Okay. And talking about groups members can be in conflict due to what? You just have to go through this as for knowledge, but chapters or slides, the slides after collaboration are not the major emphasis for your examination from this chapter. Now, you have any questions? Any questions? Let me know if there is, tell me yes. If there's no question, just tell me no questions. I won't know the meaning of your silence. Sorry?
I'm all good.
You're all good. Thank you so much, because I won't be able to really understand what it means, by your silence. Okay, so let me know. Okay, let me know. So I shall stop sharing this. I shall move on to my I shall stop sharing first. Then I shall move on. Oops, sorry. It's
Question.
Yeah, sorry. What is the question? Is it Tanya?
Oh no, I'm Mie.
Okay, sorry, yes.
I'm kind of confused. Like we have to explain basic definition, and we have to explain everything, or just choose 3 from like lecture.
No, I don't get your question clearly. Tell me again.
Like we have to explain basic definition first, and next we have to explain about this, or just choose 3 from lecture.
Now, this entire topic is about conflicts in organization. We have several subtopics, right? These topics can be divided into 6 subtopics. Okay, it can be divided into 6 subtopics. If you look at my, 4 subtopics: conflict definition, individuals and groups in organized conflict, then group conflict management processes, and special types. Now, when I go through lecture notes, I was telling you, emphasize on conflict definition, emphasize on the causes of conflict. There are altogether 12 causes. Also emphasize on conflict management styles. So these are the 3 main emphases from this entire chapter on conflicts in organization. I'm not saying that, oh, when you answer this question from this unit, you have to answer definition first, causes first, and then conflict management style. Depending on what the question wants you. The question wants you to explain conflict management style. You only have to answer the conflict management style. The question wants you to answer, define what is conflict, and then look into the factors influencing the conflict. You only have to define conflict and also the causes. You don't have to talk about conflict management style. But these are the 3 main emphases. Know all the 3 main emphases so that when you read the question, you know how to answer it. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're most welcome. Okay, I shall stop sharing this. So I'm going to share the next one on, okay, let's look at this. Can you see my next topic on groups and organization?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, very good. Okay. Now, what's going to be coming out in groups and organization? Of course, the main highlight, you have to still know what does it mean by groups. John Bate in 1977 defined groups as collection of more than 2 persons, and they have certain similarities to work as a group. They have a certain understanding that they work as a structure. They must communicate over time in order for them to achieve their individual goals and also their group goals. This is the basic definition of group. We must know that. Moving on to the next one, talking about what are the types of groups. We have formal and also informal groups. Okay, formal also known as official, informal can be unofficial. This is very common, 2 major branch. But more importantly, you must know this by heart. The types of groups, there are 8 types of groups. You must know all the 8 types of groups from this lecture, from this chapter. I think all the 8 are very easy, except for number 4 and 5, task force groups and also steering committee, because it looks a bit the same. Let me just give you the gist to differentiate these 2. Now, task force group are all those experts selected from each department, put them together. They'll come up with certain frameworks, certain techniques or strategies to mitigate some problems happening in organization. They'll come up with a booklet, an example. They're the planner. In the times where a problem is arising, this task force group will hand over the execution to be done by steering committee. So steering committee will be another group of people from the company that will be executing on how to implement the task force group's planning. That is why steering committees are known as the rubber stamp. Task force will plan everything, steering committee will only implement it. So this is a clear difference. Okay, so you must know the 8 types of groups in organization. You must know. Okay, all this. From the slides after from inspiration, the slides from inspiration, which is team-based organization onwards, from TBO inspiration until the slide on success, it's less important. Just read them, understand holistically about this chapter. But main focus has to be what it means by group definition, what is official, unofficial, formal, informal group, and the types of groups. These are your main focus for this chapter. Are we good, people?
Yep, all good.
Well, all good, all good, okay. Anyway, I'm recording it. Once we are done with the class, automatically this will be notified onto your Teams. Okay. Next would be which chapter on there should be two more, right? What about, oh yeah, organizational culture. Where is it? In fact, earlier I had the same problem. I wasn't able to actually locate. Can locate, open it, but it's not opening. Okay, let me see whether I can. What's lecture 8 all about? Okay, we are done with lecture 8, right? We are done with lecture 8, sorry. Okay, next will be on, supposed to be on, wait, let me try to see whether I can open this or not. Just a moment. I'll try to, let me see. Okay, can you see this new slides on organizational culture and climate? Can you see it?
Yes, can.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Now, this topic is very important for your essay. Remember that we have two headings here. One is culture, one is climate. Just to give you a basic idea, organizational culture is determined by the organization through its key values, norms, and assumptions. But once organizational members experience that key values, norms, and then portray it through their behavior, that becomes organizational climate. Okay, so for this chapter, you must know every aspect of the definition of organizational culture. This definition has been taken from many different scholars' experience and also research. It comes from Alan J. Zaramba, Eisenberg, Godel. But remember, if you look at the content, it has been taken also from different scholars like Thackeray, Krebs, Wayne Zimmer, and many others. So do not worry. If the question is actually going to be asking you about define what is organizational culture based on some names there, don't worry. Your answers will somehow or other related to these slides. You must know by heart what it means by org culture. Whatever you can see topic on org culture, you must know everything. You must know all this, a definition and explanation. Supportive climate, defensive climate, unless specifically the question focuses on defensive climate, then you talk about that, but not really, because the question wants you to really know what is org culture by its definition, explain that definition. That's where you have to put all this supportive, defensive. Okay. Next would be organizational climate. Organizational climate. Remember, org culture is different than org climate. So this chapter can be divided into org culture or climate. Read both headings by heart but the main concern will be on organizational culture. The main concern will be from organizational culture. Climate will be the experience by the organizational members. But again, these two are interrelated. When they're interrelated, sometimes you may want to use organizational climate, let's say defensive climate and supportive climate, to explain the definition of organizational culture. So you need a balance of knowledge between these two headings. When it comes to communication as transactional process, I think this is less important. You just read them in order for you to understand how this could be somewhere useful to explain, because explanation comes from your understanding. Sometimes you find that you want to use this to explain your or culture. That's up to your choice. But directly, this is not connected or relevant to your essay question from this chapter. Okay. Are you guys pretty happy with the tips, or you find it's not understandable? I think it's very clear, I hope.
Yep, it's clear.
Okay, any questions, people, with regards to this? Okay, I assume no. Let me move on to this one. Can you see now under leadership and management communication?
Yeah, can.
You see it?
Yes.
Yes, someone's mic is on, I think. Candy, can you please, okay, at the end, okay. Okay, good. All right. Now, what I'm saying is, level 3 essay questions. These 4 chapters, these are all separately individual chapters. Leadership is different chapter than org culture, different than conflict, different than groups and organization. These are all 4 different topics. They are not connected by the 3 essays. What I'm saying here is this topic is a complementary topic to support the 3 main topics. Okay, I hope you get what I'm saying. This topic is not the ultimate topic as compared to the other 3, but this topic can be useful to supplement some answers in case you need, because you know why? Org culture, conflict, and groups all have influence based on leadership. In case you find leadership is going to be one of the way you feel you can explain by providing relatable examples, why not read up this? Remember that I've tested this topic's knowledge based on your movie proposal presentation and also your group project. So it's not the main highlight for your essay, but this can be useful to explain on how certain org culture, certain conflict or groups can be explained through this. So we're going to be taking up some important tips from this topic. Basically, it's all about leadership styles. All about leadership styles. So from this unit, you just have to know the 5 leadership approaches: the traits, style, situational, transformational, and also discursive approaches. Again, this is the least important chapter for your exam, but this can be useful to explain any of the questions from the 3 important chapters. Okay, open for questions now. Any questions?
All good.
All good. Okay. Others? Okay,
So
just a moment.
Organizational culture and climate one.
Tell me again.
Oh, can I ask about organizational culture and climate topics?
Yes, please. Yeah.
You said like we just have to study like definition, so we don't have to study like what's the definition of heroes, like what's the definition like this, like each word definition.
For organizational culture and climate, mostly definition, right? So you must know the definition of org culture or climate, because you see a lot of scholars name there. So emphasis for the topic is basically definition. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what exactly is your question now?
Okay, never mind. I'm fine.
You got what I'm saying or not?
Oh yeah, I understand.
Sure. Otherwise, we still have time till 6 o'clock. You can ask me questions. I just want you to have clarity. Okay. Don't be, you see, you need to study definition of what is out culture, out climate. There'll be question about definition. But when you explain the definition, you need some knowledge about what examples you provided. So you must know the entire content of the chapter, but emphasize on what I just mentioned. Don't be reading only definition, then the rest you just ignore it. That's going to be the biggest gamble that you do. Careful with that, okay? Okay, okay, I should be also taking your attendance, right? You check in, just a moment. Just a moment, I'll be doing your check-in. Give me a minute to get into the page. Okay, can you see the check-in page?
Yes, can.
Can,
Yes.
Right, your check-in code is 78028. I repeat, 78028. Please check in only for yourself. By the way, there won't be classes next week. Thursday is a Christmas day, and next Tuesday you can use that slot to progress your any submission. Because I give you time to do revision at home, but definitely please check your e-learn announcement because your exam starts only on the 5th of January. Am I right? Your exam starts from the 5th and ends on the 16th. So meaning here technically, okay, 1st January is Thursday. So there won't be class on 1st of January, Thursday. Yeah, if you want, we can still meet up on 30th of, what do you call it? December. But let me know. I shall make announcement on eLearn. But otherwise, this will be your last class with me for organizational communication because next Thursday is Christmas. The following Thursday is 1st of January. Hence, it's good to have our revision done and completed today. At least confidently, you can actually do your revision, but doesn't mean that's going to be our last meetup because some of you may still want to meet me based on consultation. So next week, Tuesday, following Tuesday, if you wanted to have a consultation, let me know. We can have it done even via Teams, no problem in that, or even on Zoom. Okay. So 10 more students to check in is Adara here, Alicia Putri, Aman, Azram, John Yap, Nikhil, Sania, Zrenzeng, Yuki, Runi. Please check in. Check in, and I won't receive any email after this saying, Mr. Kumar, I was late. Please help me check in. I won't respond to your email because some of you have that habit. Yes, I don't do that. It's already like, week what now? Yeah, is this week 12 now? Right? This is week 12, right? Week 12.
Yeah.
Okay. So people, if that's the case, we're done with the check-in. That's all from me. All the best in your submission of your video, whatever reports that you have for your assessment. And also all the best in your final examination. Drop me an email in case you want further consultation. Okay, so have a pleasant evening and take care of your health and eat well and rest well while you are preparing for your submission and assessments and examination. All right, bye people, take care. See ya.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're most welcome. Take care. Huh?
Sir.
Sir,
Yes.
may I ask, 30 December have class or not?
30th December on a Tuesday. Please.
Yes.
It's a Tuesday, right? 8 to 10. Please check your ALET announcement. I don't think so. We're going to have like an official class, but we can have like a consultation in case some of you want to have consultation regarding exam preparation, revision. We can still do that. So it's not like an official class.
Okay.
Hmm?
Thank you.
You can always, okay. All right. Thank you so much, people. Check your announcement in case you receive notification from my announcement. Yeah. But don't plan for holidays. Do not just disappear to another country. Just be in Malaysia. All right. See ya. Bye-bye.